8th of March is celebrated the world over as International Women's Day. So on this International Women's Day, let's wish all the women the world over an empowered financial life. But at the same time, let's also acknowledge that in certain families, women may not be participating in various discussions and decisions related to the family's financial matter. First of all, many of these families make one of these two mistakes, or some even make both these mistakes. What are these mistakes? Either women stay away from participating, assuming that they don't understand this subject, or sometimes the men of the house do not allow women to be a part of these discussions. And because of these mistakes, certain problems arise. But before getting to the problems, let's take a look at certain myths and certain stereotypes. One of the common stereotypical myth is that women do not understand financial matters. A similar myth is that in order to manage finances, the knowledge of higher mathematics, complex mathematics, is a must. Incidentally, both these are completely misplaced, and we'll come to that in a while. Apart from this, there are a few other misconceptions. For example, managing money of the family is all about buying insurance policies, saving taxes, and investing money. And when it comes to investing money, a lot of people carry a wrong notion that all investments are only about stock markets. Now let's go back to the myth that we discussed earlier. Knowledge of complex mathematics is not required. Basic simple mathematics, primary school mathematics is often more than enough for majority of the decisions that one needs to take with money management. Secondly, it is not true that women do not understand financial matters. At least in India, we've got ample number of examples where women have assumed the highest possible positions. There have been finance ministers, there have been prime ministers, there have been CEOs and managing directors of major banks who have been women. And if women have held these positions, it's incorrect to even suggest that they don't understand finances. At a micro level, while we talk about these huge positions, at a micro level, somebody beautifully said that if you give money to a man, there'll be a little bit of month left at the end of the money. But if you give money to a woman, there'll be some money left at the end of the month. It's poetically said, but it's a profound truth. So let's ignore these myths and start involving women in the family's matters. Now, if the women is not part of these discussions, if women are not aware of where the money is, then there could be severe problems. Let me highlight three in particular. COVID-19, actually amplified some of the problems. And we've come across a few cases where the man of the house was quarantined and hospitalized. While there was a medical insurance in his name, his wife was not aware of that. You see, these are problems related to the life of somebody, and you don't need complex math to understand what the problem is in this case. In another instance, a person died and there were a few insurance policies, life insurance policies, taken in that person's name. A few months after the death of the person, the family discovered that there were some policies. And after that, because they did not know what to do with these policies, they had to do a lot of running around, catch hold of somebody, take help, and then after a long time they could get the claim money. Now imagine the trauma. First of all, there was a death in the family and emotional loss. Potentially there were not enough money. And number three, the entire running around, the hardship that they faced in only getting the claim, non-involvement, non-availability of information. And in a similar manner, in another case, when a person died, unfortunately this person's investments were in a single name, had not mentioned nominations, while the family was aware where the money is because there was a good old, that neighborhood financial advisor who came and said that there are these investments in the name of the deceased. But because there's a single holding, no nomination, the family had to go through a lot of hassles in recovering their own money back. These are just a few examples that we've highlighted. But if proper care is taken, at least the family is saved from these hardships. So let's come to the basic purpose of money management. The basic purpose of money management is to live a comfortable life. And to live this comfortable life, money should be available when required. And the money should be enough. So enough, when required, and available. These are three critical important points in this whole thing. And this is precisely where, because it is about family's finances, involvement of the spouse becomes critically important. There are three areas majorly where even when one does not want to take participation, does not want to take interest in which investment is better, what insurance policy, etc., no problems. Sit together as a family to decide your financial goals, the family's financial goals. That's discussion number one. Discussion number two, share the information. Where is the demat account? Who are the joint holders? Who are the nominees? Where are bank accounts? Insurance policies, any other investments, mutual fund investments, wherever the money is, keep a record of that and share with the spouse. And the third thing, your financial advisor, your insurance agent, the banker, the mutual fund distributor, the stockbroker, the contact details of all these must be available with all the family members. And once you do this, you would have taken care of a lot of potential hardships. So on this Women's Day, let's resolve to empower women. And why am I specifically saying women? Because numbers suggest women tend to live longer than men. So between a husband and a wife, there are chances that the lady would have a longer life while the husband might have deceased earlier. If the empowerment has not happened at an earlier age, it is more difficult to do it at a later stage. So once again, wishing all the women the world over a happy Women's Day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.